M2T, this is the moment that we have been waiting for. A reckoning has fell upon us on this day. We have an arrest and we have a suspect in a Gary Clark's case, a trucker that was hit and ran over by another trucker at the Pilot truck stop. Justice for Gary Clark. Let's get it.
I thank God. Straight from the mud, now it's time to get the pie. Blood, you can see it in my eyes. My future's turning up, what it's time to be alive. I'm that nigga, I don't mean to brag, but I'm getting too nice with this. Ain't no way that I'm going outside. My pockets been heavy as shit.
What's poppin', M2T? It's your boy Ron on the channel to be. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, share, and subscribe button whenever you pull up to the channel. And while you at it, hit that post notification button for your boy. So whenever I drop, you can hop up in the truck and roll with me. See what's poppin'. John Emery Jr., 70 years old, a native of Chattanooga, Tennessee, a truck driver, was served a warrant at about 10 a.m. on February the 2nd. Check this out.
Tonight, a truck driver is charged with hitting and killing a fellow trucker at an East Tennessee gas station. It happened at the Pilot Travel Center in White Pine on January 12th. Police arrested John Emery Jr. this morning for leaving the scene. Investigators say the body of Gary Clark was found behind his truck near the fuel island. The suspect faces a charge of leaving the scene of an accident involving a death or injury.
The chief of police, Chad Cottom, he put out a media release from the White Pine Police Department. And I want to go through that release that he put out to us so that you guys can see, just like I am, how the White Pine, Tennessee Police Department went through the investigation when it comes to our brother Gary Clark. So I'm gonna throw it up here. Boom. Y'all see that? Okay, we finna go through this investigation together and see exactly how they came up and how they identified Mr. John Emery. On January the 12th, 2024, investigators from the White Pine Police Department, Jefferson County Sheriff's Office, and THP investigated a fatality in the parking lot at the Pilot Travel Center located in 3663 Royal Mesa Highway in White Pine. The victim was identified as Gary Clark, age 64, from Platteville, Alabama, who was run over in the back parking lot of the travel center near the fuel island at approximately 6:30 p.m. and was not found until approximately 6:50 p.m. by another truck driver. The investigation showed that the truck that struck Mr. Clark was pulling into the fuel island, striking him with the front passenger side of the truck. That's new information that we did not have, you guys. So let's continue to check it out. The driver of the truck did not purchase fuel, but did go inside the store, purchase several items from the store, leave the store approximately 20 minutes later, and get back into his truck. Other drivers notified the driver that someone had been run over behind his truck and he needed to stay. He decided to leave the parking lot and head south on Interstate 81. Let's check out the rest, you guys. This is very interesting information. I see how the investigation was going now. Let's see what's up the rest. On January the 14th, investigators identified the truck driver who fled the scene. Y'all heard that, you guys? On January the 14th, he was identified to the investigators. They knew who they was looking for on January the 14th. And the case was turned over to the district attorney's office to determine what charges will be filed. Okay? So they got their men. They didn't put their case together. And now they turned it over to the DAs. On January the 29th, which is exactly 15 days after the 14th, you guys, the investigation was complete and a warrant for leaving the scene of an accident involving death or injury was placed on our suspect. You see what I'm saying, you guys? Now, there's a lot off in their investigation that we wasn't aware of, okay? Let's talk about that. John Emery, he was 70 years old. The trucker that hit him, he was a senior citizen. He was a vet trucker. Okay. So, you know, it don't even make sense for another vet trucker to end up in a situation like this and then stop and render aid and just pulled off like that, you know. So they went to his house and served his warrant at 10 a.m. on February the 2nd. Okay? What boggles me is, why did the district attorney take so long, you know, from the 14th to the 20th? Why did they take so long before they finally went and got him if they knew who had done this? And there's only really one, maybe two things that I could come up with the reason why it took them so long. Hold on, you guys. And that's number one. They was trying to figure out what it was that they was going to charge Mr. John Emery with. You know, it was probably a few different avenues that they could go. You know, when it comes to murder, they have to prove intent. You know, it's different bylaws, you know, and rules that comes with, you know, charges, you know, DAs, well, we give him murder, then, well, did he intentionally do it? Or, you know, was it premeditated? All these are different things that they have to consider. You know, so they was probably, for those 2 weeks, trying to, you know, going back and forth. Some may agree to charge him with murder, some may not, you know. So, another thing, Gary was hit from the front passenger side, according to the report, you guys, okay? But when they went in there and told Mr. Emery that he had hit somebody, they told him that it was somebody at the back of his truck. So that means he hit him from the front passenger side and drove up and pulled into the fuel island, and Gary was at the back when they finally noticed him 30 minutes later. All right. That's I found that very interesting. All right. By him being charged with leaving the scene, that's the reason why the charge is what it is. That's the reason why they charged him with what it is that they charged him with. Now, I can see how they did it, because after viewing the cameras, you know, and from what the witnesses told them, you know, it do seems like that it really wasn't intentional. You know, that's just me on the outside looking in. You know, I don't know, because it's very much, you know, it's hard for me just to say, no, he knew he seen Gary crossing the street and just boom, and just ran our brother over like that. You know, no, it was intense. And if that's the case, that's definitely murder. You know, so, well, I mean, what are you guys thinking? You know, what are y'all, you know, what are y'all thoughts, you know, as far as them, you know, figuring out what to charge him with. You know, we had came up with a lot of different theories, a lot of good different theories. One of them that's been annihilated now that we got the media report is that Mr. John Emery was from Chattanooga, Tennessee. So he was a U.S. citizen. He wasn't no foreigner. Him panicking, you know, that's still up in there. We still don't know, you know, why, why he decided to act. Because I'm gonna tell you something, had he stayed there, and you guys already know this because y'all have already conversed about this, had he stayed there, then the consequences probably wouldn't even been probably what it was. You know what I mean? They probably wouldn't even charge them, you know, accident involving death or injury. You know, I mean, but it pretty much lines up. You know, it probably was an accident, and it was involving, you know, death or injury. So the DAs, they did their jobs, you know. Get in the comments and let me know what you guys think, man. I'm very grateful. I'm very, you know, I'm smiling because I know now our brother can really rest. You know, Miss Sarah, you know, the Schultz family, you know, our condolences goes out to you guys. We just hope that now that they have the guy that did this to our brother, to your husband, to your father, to the grandchildren's grandfather, you know, that it can bring you guys some peace. You know, it can bring you guys, you know, you guys can sleep a little better knowing that Mr. John Emery would not be out there and able to cause this to another family. You know, and our brother can rest a whole lot more peacefully. So we just want to shout out to the White Pine Police Department for doing their job. You know, we all kind of figured, you know, that it was only going to be a matter of time. You know, as we can see, they already had him identified on the 14th, so they was on it. You know, and thank God for the witnesses that helped accommodate the investigation as well. Get in the comments. You know, this is a you know, this is good for us, guys. You know, this is good for us. This is good for the Schultz family. Get in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Justice for our brother. Boy, justice feel good, man. You hear me? Justice feel good, you know. Justice feel good, you know, and there's no doubt in our mind that you know, Gary is about to get the justice that's due to him. You know, he didn't deserve this, you guys. So, and neither did his family. So, Schultz family, we love you. We here for you. Shout out to the YouTubers. I mean, to my subscribers. Shout out to my subscribers. Shout out to my guests. You know, y'all have been phenomenal throughout, you know, figuring this case out, man. We stuck in there, we hung in there, you know, and hard work pays off. Prayer pays off. So, you know, we still got a lot more work. We still got some brothers out there that we're working on. But today is a day of celebration. Justice for Gary Clark. Justice for Gary, man. We did it, you guys. Until the next time, y'all already know, it's your boy.
I just got in a whole brand new bag. I'm running around early. Jewelry moving like juice. Stacking up gold in it. Look, I just leveled up. I thank God.